Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm dear darling, and shall we see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhallow today, as we are relaxing as per usual. And yeah, I'm sort of chilling. We got D&D today. I'm recording before D&D. Not well, mainly because I think if I can record before D&D, it's a little bit better. To do so I'm not recording at like 11 p.m. being like, oh, I'm so tired. You know, I spoke for 3 hours. My voice. And I guess I'll talk about it tomorrow. I don't know. But hello, everyone. Oh, I should have checked. Did all the In Stars and Times video come out as expected? Okay. Okay, it looks like it did. Because I realised that I forgot to actually set the art time lapse for In Stars and Times. So it didn't actually come out. Like, it was ready by the time it usually comes out, which is 3 p.m. So 2 hours earlier than it did come out. And it was like at 4 something. And I was like, did I even set it to come out? And then I realised, no, I didn't, as I checked my Discord and didn't see anything. So, hello everyone. Right now in Fawnhallow at 6:10 p.m. on Monday, April 20th, 2026. And that's all I'll say about that. But yeah, what I was going to say was, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to sort of like figure out a lot of things at the moment, but some of the things I'm also like, this is extremely two extremely random thoughts, which I'm trying to think which one I want to talk about. I'll talk about this one very briefly now because I haven't finished it. But basically ages ago, I don't know how long it's been, but like when it was still going on, my friend recommended me to watch Ludwig's and Michael Reeves' journey across China. Where, as I understand, it's a challenge thing where basically they're doing it, but they're not allowed to use like a phone's translator, they're not allowed to use their phones for maps or translations or something else. I can't remember. There's some other things as well, but basically they have to kind of do it organically just by asking people. And I'm like, that's a really like cool idea of a challenge. Like I would never do that. But I genuinely appreciate it, and China's actually a pretty cool place to do it. Like, they did it in Japan, which is definitely like a fantastic place to do it, I think. But China's also a really great place to do it. So when my friend told me about it, I was like, that's a cool idea. I'm not like, I've watched some of Michael Reeves' videos. I've watched, I think, like 1 or 2 of Ludwig's videos that my friend has maybe sent me. I don't really have much, well, anything against them as people. I'm just not as interested in their content necessarily. But on a whim, I was like, I kind of want something to put on like in the background. It was like a couple of days ago or something. When I was doing, well, just random stuff when I'm like playing games or something. And this, actually, as I was scrolling through, looking through stuff, I was doing a lot of like video essays and, you know, classic stuff I usually do. And then also like this was one of, I saw like a recommendation of it. So I was like, oh yeah, my friend did recommend this to me. And it's not out of nowhere, not just because it's a very fun series, but also because, if you don't know, I'm Chinese. So while I'm not from very rural parts, well, I'm not even from China. I was born here in the UK, but at least my family are from Beijing. So, you know, much more of a, not really the rural parts of China. I don't really know at all, but at least I have like a familiarity with the language enough to understand it. So, I mean, that's why he recommended it, because he would be like, he'd probably find it really interesting. And he was absolutely right. I found it really interesting. Because, number one, you know, I'm not surprised that I found a lot of people who are, like, obviously genuinely trying to help, trying to, like, figure out what they wanted, trying to sort of translate, make things work for them. But at the same time, you know, it's really, really amusing. Obviously, they're entertainers, and they go in with a lot of confidence, which is genuinely incredible. I don't think I could have that much confidence speaking a language I've studied. They've studied it for 6 weeks, and they go in with such confidence, trying to be like, let's navigate this conversation. And I think that's really admirable, in a sense. And also very admirable for a lot of the natives as well, who also are trying to help out from the other side. And yeah, like, I'm about like halfway through or something, and I think it's like, honestly, it's such great easy watching. So I'm having a good time, and I'll talk about it more, I think, another time. The other thing I was going to talk about was I'm trying to basically book some like a hair appointment and a nail appointment, because if you don't know, I'm going on holiday, and it's going to be quite a long holiday. One thing which happened is I've had long hair for maybe the past 2 decades of my life or something, because I had like shorter hair like in primary school and that sort of thing, but from like when I was like 6 onwards or something, I basically grew my hair out to like shoulder length. But even then, like it's only like secondary school is around sort of shoulder length, and university I grew out like super long. But it was only really recently where I was like, maybe like, I think I keep talking about it within like the last like half a year or so. I was like, I've been really considering like cutting my hair as shorter. Like I really kind of want to try a bob, and I say it to all my friends being like, I kind of want to see what I look like in a bob, but at the same time I don't want to just cut a bob and be like, I hate this, what am I going to do? Or a lob or anything along that sort of it. Basically something a lot shorter. And so in the past like a couple of weeks ago, like a month ago or something, my hair, which used to go, I would say down to like my belly button sort of area, I cut it up to just like my sternum, like halfway through my sternum, like partway through my chest, so significantly shorter. And I do this sometimes. It's not actually the craziest thing ever, but yeah, it is a thing I do, which is sometimes I will cut it to about that, but that's as short as I'll go. And then literally a couple of days ago, I was like, let's try it. Let's just send it, you know, and see what happens. And if it's really bad, I will, you know, then whatever. I'm sure a good hair salon could probably find something which works. So I chopped it to still kind of a long lob. You know, that's what a lob is, I suppose, is long bob. So it's still past my shoulders a little bit. I would say it's up to my collarbone. And I looked at it and like the length of my hair, and I was like, I love this. This is great. Like, this looks so much better on me, I think, than my longer hair. I've also just realised I did not tell any of my friends that I cut my hair. So when we do D&D later tonight, they might just be like, dear darling, you cut your hair. I don't know. But yeah. What I was going to say is basically like, now I'm just sort of like, okay, well now I know I like this length. It's time to go get like a really good haircut before I go on holiday. Something that like super professional. And something by like a super professional company. Like it's going to be pretty expensive, but I'm like, I'm going to splash out because I'm going to be honest, I basically get my hair cut like at a salon like once every year or a couple of years or something. And the rest of it I just do like trimming and upkeep myself, which is very easy with long hair because I don't need any styling. I just basically sort of trim the ends. But like at this length, I'm like, this is like something I want to get like right. I want to make sure it looks nice, especially when I get all these photos on holiday and that sort of thing. And it's also just feels nice as well, you know, like a reinvention in some ways. If I'm going to cut my hair short, I'm going to make sure it looks good, right? So I've been collating like hairs, which I'm just like, oh, what sort of hairstyles, you know, do I want? And I've got a little bit of like a fashion inspiration folder, which I used to have just long hairs in there, but now I've got short hairs. And I think my ultimate goal is from Alice in Borderlands, Anne. Her bob, I love her bob. I don't know if it will look that good to me, but I love her vibe. She's my favourite character. I like how simple her bob is well, and it's also she's got pretty straight hair. I've got pretty straight hair. Her face shape is not too dissimilar to mine, I think. She's got a bit of a longer face, I think, which works. So hopefully it looks amazing on her. So hopefully it also looks pretty decent on me. And it's about the length I sort of want, which is like a bit shorter in shoulder length, but still longer than chin. But I also got some other ones in here as well. Like 2 random ones I found, which are a bit more voluminous. But the thing is, the thing I want from a hairstyle is that I want it to also look good unstyled. Because like most of the days, I'm not going to like go blow dry my hair or curl my hair or anything. I want it to just be like, boom, wake up, you know, obviously it clean, maybe put some product, but nothing crazy, you know, and it look good, right? That's my goal. I also completely forgot that I was gonna, there was the K-pop star, Yujin from ITZY, who also had a bob at one point, which I really loved the look of. Her wannabe era, is that it? Yeah. I loved what her bob looked like then as well. I think hers, I'm not sure if it's gonna quite look the same as mine, and obviously hers is styled. But this is the sort of vibe, you know, I want. You know what? I'll add it to my collection. Because obviously my plan is, do I know exactly, can I give an exact description to my hairstylist? Hairstylist? Let's not, I don't know, I have like an ongoing hairstylist. Maybe. But I think more importantly, being able to show reference images to be like, this is kind of a vibe I want. That's kind of what I'm going for. Of the two illusions, hair is like blue. And if I were to dye my hair, there's two colours I've always strongly considered. One icy blue. No, well, one dark blue or one a very icy sort of platinum white blue. So yeah, I've been looking at trying to do that, and I've been finding like a place that would be like, okay, this works time frame wise, because I want to get it like pretty close to the holiday, but not too close where I'm just like, this becomes stressful or something. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I have a date. It is like straight in morning mode, so I'd have to wake up pretty early for it. But it's okay. Like, I'm going to do that. And then I was like, at the same time, if I do that, I might as well get my nails done, which is also something I've never done, you know? And part of me is also tempted to be like, what if I just get my eyelashes done as well? That might be too excessive. I'm not sure if I can be bothered to do that, but I'm just like, if I'm going to go bang, 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 why not do all three at once? Come back, I'll look like a completely different person, to be honest, but I'm like, have a glow up, you know? But we'll see. I'm not so sure about the eyelash ones. I do want to try it at some point, but I'm just not so sure. Because I want very sort of reasonable looking ones. And I feel like I'd interface, like itch my eyes too much or something and I'd forget. But at the same time, you know, it would be nice. I do like, I mean, I wear false eyelashes a lot of the time, and often they can be quite painful to wear for extended periods, or if I put them in like in a slightly weird way. So it's sort of just like bypassing that, isn't it? I don't know. All this beauty stuff, which is not normally stuff I talk about, because I don't normally, like, I try and do stuff myself if I can. And it's not even from like a financial reason. It's much more, I mean, partly it's a financial reason, but much more so it's like I want to know how to do it myself, because it's not like I can always be bothered to go to the same hair salon or whatever. But yeah, what is it even called when you get eyelashes at a salon? Extensions. Eyelash extensions. I don't really know, to be honest. So yeah, it might be something I do, which is be like, well, let's get them all done, or something. Because I'd want some very, very natural looking ones. Because the thing is, what I've seen from eyelash extensions, a lot of them are really sort of like big and voluminous, which I love the vibe for, but I don't want that vibe all the time. That's a vibe I want some of the time. But mostly I want a very sort of casual sort of thing. But again, I don't know. Something that looks au naturel. Who knows? Who knows? That one I'm less sure on, but I do actually want to get my nails done. Because normally actually, it goes into the sort of thing where normally I just paint my nails, but because normally I like colour. So it's actually very strange. I tend to dress very plainly, but then my nails would be like a bright colour or some kind. It's like the one sort of splash of colour. I think it's because it's a very easy accent. But I never do any patterns or anything. One, because it takes effort, and two, I don't actually have a kit for it. I should really get a kit for it. Because that's something I think would be fun, is I use like nail lacquer, which is like, instead of gel nail polish, which the ones I use, obviously you like air dry and stuff. It's kind of pretty similar to paint, but the gel ones, you put them on and you have to like basically solidify them under like a UV lamp or something. They last a lot longer, and they're quite sort of resistant. Well, these ones, they can start like, I mean, the ones I've got on right now, I put on last week or so, it's dripping already at the top. But even I put like base layers on, I put a top layer on, and it's mostly fine. But it's only like at the very tips, so to speak. And sometimes it's hard to get a nice sort of flat layer because I'm not a professional. And mine are like decent. And it also depends on, I suppose, the texture of these nail polishes. Like, I think I speak about it all the time. My white nail polishes, my two marshmallow colours, for some reason are just so runny, and it's so hard to get a good layer on. And then when they dry, they become so tacky, but they so easily get damaged. These ones I'm wearing, this pink and green. I actually don't know what colours these are. I always use Essie. Hold on, let me see what colours. I think it's jade and something. It's Unguilty Pleasures. It's with dark green. 894. And the pink is Lovey Dovey, which doesn't have a number on. So I'm using Unguilty Pleasures and Lovey Dovey, which is a very weird combination, but my intention was to make it sort of like lily pad coloured, right? I probably should have done light blue as well, or I was considering doing white, but again, I don't like using the white. But I was like, if I'm gonna go on a big holiday, lots of photos, and I want to look cute, go the full mile, no? Get a new nice haircut. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get my hair dyed this time, that's probably a bit too much at ATM. But get a nice haircut, get my nails done, and then if I like it, and then maybe if I feel like it, I'll get my lashes done as well. It's like full on glow up or something, getting ready for the holiday, you know? You might be like, that sounds super superficial, isn't it, to sort of look pretty, I suppose, just for the holiday. Well, yeah, I mean, like, what other time am I going to do it? It's literally an occasion. Like, you can't have it both ways. Either, you know, do it all the time, do it none of the time. Are the only two acceptable outcomes. That's silly. Obviously, I think my natural thing is like, you know, I don't want to do it all the time, but I do want to do it sometimes. Like, I don't want to wear a hoodie and jeans all the time, you know, sometimes I want to wear a nice, like, evening gown. But if I'm, like, just chilling at home, no, I'm not going to dress up as if I was going to the Oscars. Context matters. I say, constructing a straw man to argue against for no apparent reason. So I am tempted, certainly. But yeah, so I do have like a haircut place in mind. It's very expensive, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm also like thinking, like, it's not that much more expensive than my previous one. And my previous one was a good hair salon, but it wasn't like, but this one is like one of the best hair salons apparently there is. So I'm just like, well, why not? Why not? If I'm gonna do it, it's gonna be my once a year. Instead of getting, you know, like £40 haircuts or so every few weeks, which maybe that will be something I start doing. Once I find like a place I'd like to get and get in the sort of regular routine of. Just get this really big one. And apparently we've gotten amazing reviews, so kind of looking forward to it. So I'm planning to do it on next Saturday, if all goes well. So we'll see how that goes. And then I'm just sort of, I've collated some ideas for what I want my nail art to be like. And because we're going during, well, if the sakura blossoms hadn't already bloomed, they have by the way, I would have done it sakura themed, but they already bloomed. So instead I'm like, well, we're going to go see what wisteria is. Why not get some sort of wisteria theme or purple sort of flowery theme? Because I do like the colour of like soft purples and blues on me and whites. So, and of course, because we did a colour matching palette, apparently those are some of the best colours on me. As I say before, almost so many shades of blue were in the winter palette. And then there was like 2 shades of green, one swatch of green, one swatch of yellow. And it was like, cool, that's what you got. And I'm like, okay. Fair enough, I guess. So yeah, I found some on Instagram, which I really liked, and Pinterest. I don't want like super long, like sharp looking ones, but probably my length at the moment is okay. I don't know. I don't really know much about nails, to be honest. Otherwise, do I want acrylics on? Probably not. If they offer it though, and they're just like, this is the best way to do it, then I might be like, I'll give it a try. Probably crazy to do it just before I go on holiday, but I'm just sort of like, in for a penny, in for a pound. If I'm going to already travel to do, not travel that far, but if I'm going to go do a haircut, might as well do my nails, might as well do eyelashes, might as well do something else at the same time. What other beautician sort of things can you do beforehand? I don't even know. I can't even think of anything. I guess I can paint my toenails as well now I think about it. That's also something I basically never do. Because I'm like, you don't see your toenails. Oh yeah, and I have got a load of clothes, which I certainly want to purchase them from Vintage, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to round this episode up here and go have some dinner. I'm going to do any final preparations I need to do for D&D. I'm pretty sure I already know what's going to happen. I don't know how far through they are going to go through, so if they start overshooting it, then it's going to be a little bit difficult. But if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Darling. Dear Darling, likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope you see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now.